Good evening, everyone, or maybe should I say good afternoon or good morning, because here we do have many people from different locations, from different time zones. Welcome, everyone. My name is Katarzyna Ostasz. I am the Silva Method instructor here in Ireland, in Dublin, and I have a huge pleasure today to introduce you my amazing guest. His name is Rajko Kuzmanovic, and he is director of the Silva Method in Romania. Rajko, it's so great to have you here. I am actually so happy because we never met face to face before yet. So it's our first time online. But anyway, it's so great that we have this opportunity to connect through the technology world. So please let us know, how are you keeping? How is the weather in Romania? And basically, how are you doing?
Well, first of all, thank you for your invitation and to be your guest at this inspirational event. Well, the weather is interesting. It's springtime, so one day is raining, one day is sunshine. Looks like Ireland or something like that, just these days. But however, it's nice. We had a thunderstorm last night, but everything went okay. So no big deal with that.
Okay.
Yes. I'm based in Romania. I'm not from Romania, as you know, but the idea is everybody to know that I'm not. I'm based in Romania. I came here temporarily 30 years ago, and I'm still temporarily here. I don't know.
Yes, and you will be sharing with us the story. I see first people joining us, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So, guys, please let me tell you how our 1 hour inspirational chat will looks like. So basically, I'm going to ask Rajko some question in terms of his journey with the Silva Method. Definitely, I will ask him about his success stories that he gained through practice with the Silva Method tools. I have some question on pipeline, but obviously we are organizing this live chat more for you, because we want you to be engaged in this conversation. We want you to ask Rajko today a lot of questions. So please make sure to use him. I like to always say, use my guest, because, they are with amazing knowledge. They do have amazing experience. So it's worth it for you to use this opportunity. So please, guys, introduce yourself to us. I see here already people popping in. Let us know, where are you coming from? Maybe you are Silva graduates already. It will be really nice if we can be engaged here today during the next hour, because it's really all about you. So let me tell you now a little bit about Rajko. You already know that he is director of the Silva Method in Romania. And I have to tell you that I was checking today Rajko's LinkedIn, and I was amazed, because he is leading this role for almost 30 years already. So Rajko, one more time, well done. It's definitely, great to have you here because of your experience, especially. So we know that you support people in mental education, and I would say that in your work, mostly you do use the Silva Method tools, a lot of hypnosis and the past life regression. Exactly. I've also came across today information about the Restart Camp, which you anyway already talked me a little bit about. Please also let our audience know what the Restart Camp is, and after that we will follow the guidance and we will let more people to gather in. And we have already Mikash from South Africa. Great. It's so good to have you here. So Rajko, what Restart Camp is, if you can tell us just before we start?
Yes, of course. Well, Restart Camp is a project that I started about 2 years ago. The idea is that, just doing only Silva Method, I found out it's not enough. I mean, people want more and they need more guidance. However, when you do the Silva Life System and Silva Intuition System, you have enough tools for all your life.
Mm-hmm.
But I discovered that people, anyhow, they need guidance. So the idea of the project was to give them guidance, not on Silva Method tools, but on life. And I gather a team. I work with 2 colleagues, and the idea of that restart camp is to shift yourself and to give you a shift, a restart. This is why we called it restart, to push a button in 9 days so that you can start not all over, but you can start like freshly new. The idea is that it's your choice at the end of the event, because it's a 9 days of very, very intensive work. We start in the morning at 7 o'clock and we finish in the evening at 10 o'clock. Okay, with breaks, with with lunch.
Of course, yeah.
But it's not a usual retreat, when we work 2-3 hours and then we go and visit. There's no time for visiting. The only place we go visiting is our inside.
Wow.
So
sounds amazing.
It's an emotional event. When we discover each of the participants, they discovered new things about themselves. They discovered that they had some issues that they thought they solved, but they didn't solve, and they solved them in 9 days. So there is a lot of transformation in 9 days. It's a really great product. We really had great results with people, and it's worth it. It's really worth it. It's it's like my baby, like Silva Method.
Yeah.
My new baby, my new toy that we work with people, and we're gonna plan to do it also in the nearby future. We're planning to do it on international scale. So we're gonna go probably in English because it's the most common language.
Yeah, that's why I've asked, because it sounds like the project might be, or it's already international. That's why I really wanted to tell you a little bit more about that. Lovely. And please, Rajko, let me introduce people. We have Sergio, as always. He's our regular guest. We have people from India. We have Piyush. You already have some questions on the line, but I'm going to follow that questions later on, because I really want you to focus on the questions that, first of all, I put on the pipeline.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you, Rajko, you already know that because I've told you about that, but I first came across your name 7 years ago when I did my Silva Method certification in Kaunas in Lithuania.
Yeah.
So that was my first, kind of the touch vibe with your name. And I heard about you from one of my fellow Silva Method instructor, Alexandra Pantu, if I am right.
Exactly.
Yes. And then obviously amongst the last 7 years, almost, I've heard obviously, many times your name, especially from Ken. So, I really want to ask you this, because this is my tradition, and I'm asking this question every single day. Please let us know, how has your journey with the Silva Method started? Because every single time when I do listen the story of my guest, it's so inspiring that wow, it's just amazing. So I'm going now to be quiet, and I'm going to let you speak.
Well, I love. Anyhow, I'm gonna speak, so just stop me when it's enough.
Yes.
Well, my journey started. I don't know. With Silva Method, it started in 1990. But the idea is that since I was a kid, my father used to practice yoga, for example, and this is an image I have when I was, I think, 3. I was 3 years. That was my age. And I was copying my father, imitating him, because he was trying to do the lotus position. He was a beginner, and kids are flexible, and I was doing, lotus like something really normal. So since I was a kid, I was always attracted with this, how to call it? They used to be called alternative stuff.
Yes, that's so true.
Then it became personal development, etc., etc. So I was always interested in this field, and this is why I tried different disciplines. I went to different courses, but everything stopped when I was feeling like I was constrained. My freedom was taken away. I mean, I remember once I after a few courses, they told me, okay, now if you want to evolve, you have to stop eating meat. Now in Serbia, this is a pretty difficult thing because we eat meat and the side dish is meat. So
It's quite similar to Poland, I have to tell you. Yes, because
exactly.
we didn't mention, guys, Rajko is originally from Serbia, and you know that I am originally from Poland. So I like to say that we have this typical one things in common, because we do work with Silva in totally different country, but we're still coming from different places. So yeah, go ahead, please.
And this is when the story stops.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I do not feel free, this is the story when my story stops. So one day I was reading, by chance, reading an article about Silva Method in Belgrade, in Serbia, and the interviewed person, my mentor, I can say, my first instructor, Dragan Vujovic, he's Serbian living in Czech Republic.
All right.
So he was explaining the Silva Method. The research is done, 24 years of research done by the founder, Jose Silva. So, I got intrigued because I love research. I love science. I love physics, for example. And I said, well, that's something interesting. And the one thing that triggered my desire to go there, it was that he was claiming that if you're not satisfied, you can claim your money back. You can give your certificate back. That was 31 years ago. So I said, "Wow, that's great. I have nothing to lose," because it's even at that time, the course was pretty expensive. I was a student, so students they usually don't have too much money.
True,
to invest in personal development. They have money for everything else.
Yeah, they have money for party, of course. Yeah, because they are students.
So it took me 6 months to take the decision to go to the course. It was not right immediately. And I went to the course. The decision is because at that time, the course was 2 weekends in a row. So, you go to a course, it was 12 hours a day. You come from the university from Monday to Friday, from morning to evening, and then and that means 2 weeks of just courses and no rest.
Yes.
So it took me a lot of time to although they told me, no, it's relaxation, you're going to meditate, you're going to relax. I said, come on, but it's a 12-hour course. How can meditation make me feel, to rest and to feel great? So it took me about 6 months to get there. I got there to the course. I said, okay, that's it. I never asked for my money back, as you can see. And as the French would say, au contraire, I went to different courses because it worked. This is the beauty of the Silva Method, that you learn it in 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
You start applying it and you have immediate results.
So true. Yes, this is exactly how it works.
That everything that your mind, your subconscious really works. It's not actually the Silva Method. The Silva Method is just tools. This was the genius part of Jose Silva, that he discovered all the mechanisms and he transformed them in tools and he gave them to humanity through the Silva Method. So that's how the journey started. So I was 21, 22, something like that. And I saw it on my exams. I mean, although I didn't have much problems with studying and exams when I was at university, but however, everything became much easier. I mean, learning, before I had to read, I don't know, 2-3 times something. Now, just using the 3-finger technique, one time was more than enough. I used to go to classes and just to program myself, to listen with 3 fingers. And the results were awesome, really. But then at a certain point, the war started in Yugoslavia, my former country. Actually, I was born as Yugoslav. I was raised as Yugoslav. And I felt that I had a feeling that it's not my place to be there.
I see.
So one thing which is beautiful is that Silva Method helps you to enhance your intuition.
Exactly.
And this is one of the greatest gifts we have. And it's a fantastic tool. It's a phenomenal tool, very precise, and gives us really great information and great results. So my intuition was telling me this is not the place to be. And what I did is, because my family is pretty spread around the world, so I had a lot of options. I had aunts calling me from Italy, uncles calling me from the States, cousins from New Zealand, from Australia, Germany. I just really had so many options.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was pretty fresh in Silva Method, and it really had great results, I said, well, this is the great opportunity to use the glass of water technique. And the surprise was that the answer came Romania. I had no connections with Romania. I mean, I don't have relatives. I have nothing whatsoever connection with this country. And I said, no, that's impossible. Because in 1991, from Yugoslavia to going to Romania was going backwards, I don't know, 30 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants to go forward.
Exactly. So true, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is why everybody wants to get to, I don't know, to the UK, to Ireland, to Italy, to Germany, to the States, to Canada. And this was, like taking a huge step backward.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, no, that's not it. So I waited for about a week and I did it again.
The glass of water technique, yeah?
I applied again the glass of water technique.
Mm-hmm.
And the second time, the answer was Romania.
Amazing. Wow.
So I said, well, this is no more coincidence. And it was crystal clear. Now you can imagine that because everybody was calling me, come to me. I have even one aunt, because I speak about 6 or 7 languages, something like that. So she found even a job for me, like a student. You can work and we arrange everything. So I had everything. Now you can imagine when I told them that I'm going to Romania, the only thing that they said, the conclusion was that Rajko is crazy. And after, when I got here, when I came to Romania, I had a chain. It was like a chain of events, a chain of really interesting things happening. Meeting people from Belgrade here, and I didn't know that they're in Bucharest, opening businesses, etc., etc. So it was really interesting, too many coincidences to be a coincidence.
Let's call it coincidences. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And I started to work. Then I went to a big international company. I worked in sales. I mean, since I was young, since I was in high school, I used to do something about sales and then work in sales, because actually the drive to work in sales is always money. But I discovered later on that my drive, the result was money. The drive was to work with people. But I didn't know that at that time I was doing coaching. Today I know that what I was doing, one-to-one work with my people, it's called coaching today. At that time were just one-to-one sessions, nothing else. So we have fancy names for today. We have fancy names for things that we have to do sometimes. So I worked in a really multinational company. I had success, all encompassing success. And I started in 1993 the Silva Method because my friend Dragan Vujovic, I was traveling to Belgrade to present courses, and with the train, because there were no airplanes or
I
cars.
see.
So I used to
Mm-hmm.
train. So I used to leave on Friday from Bucharest to get on Saturday morning, just to run to the to do the course,
Wow.
go back from Sunday in the evening to be back here for work at on Monday, and because it was a passion. So one day
Yeah.
he asked me, and it was in '93. He asked me, "Why are you here?" I said, "Well, because I am here to present the course." He said, "Yes, but why here?" And I said,
And
"Well,
that's opened your mind, probably. Yeah.
yeah, because you organized it here and you called me." He said, "Yes, but why here in Belgrade?" So he went from. I said, "Well, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why do you?" Then he asked me, "Do you speak Romanian?" I said, "Yes, I learned Romanian." "Do you speak it well enough so you can present in Romanian the Silva Method?" I said, "Yes." "So what are you doing here?" And at that time, you know,
Wow.
it's like eureka, the
Yes.
bulb.
Yes.
Well,
It's
it's
this
not.
aha moment. I like to call it
Yeah,
aha
it was.
moment.
The aha moment was, like I don't know, a huge light,
Yeah.
opened and said, "Wow, this is why you're here."
Mm-hmm.
Because why I'm saying that, because since 1991 to 1993, I
Mm-hmm.
was doing fine, but I had the feeling that it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
So the aha moment was with the Silva Method,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to teach Silva Method just like a hobby, involved, but not as a main business.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Today is a main business.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I made a shift. So the idea is that somewhere around in 1998, when I met my family, after things got a little
Yeah.
bit quieter, no, I think even later, after 2000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 years later, 10 years later, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, we gathered in Slovenia, because my mother is from Slovenia,
I see. Mm-hmm.
and the family started telling that, well, Rajko is lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, sometimes strange choices, intriguing choices that are made based on your intuition are the best choices.
I
You may,
have, yeah.
you may not have the explanation at the beginning. Later on, sorry, you will find I really get emotional about everything.
No, it is, because I even have a goosebumps everywhere. Seriously, when I do listen your story, and for me, Raiko, sorry for interruption, it's like this domino effect that at that time you were totally not aware, but like even the decision came twice for you. Romania, and like you said, yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Everyone is going to the Eastern Europe, right? And you are like, why are you choosing Romania? Even though I do have a beautiful friends in Romania too, and I know how beautiful country it is. But I totally got your point. And then look at you. This domino effect is kind of pushing you to take action and use opportunities that you meet on your daily basis. Such a powerful story. Never heard it before. Nobody told me about you, how everything started. So, wow, it's amazing. So
This is why I drink a lot of water.
glass of water, exactly. There is already few comments. Very inspirational session. Thank you. And then I put down few questions. So I will be guys asking you those questions anyway. Okay, so we kind of know how everything started from you. Also, what I really like.
Then I had some glass of water.
Yeah.
I took a decision to resign, which was another crazy decision, because I was on the top. I was very successful, but you have everything. You have success, but you are not content with yourself. You're not satisfied with with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I drank water to find out whether should I stay or should I go? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I like the song. Yeah.
So that was the question. And the answer was go. So I resigned without knowing what's going to happen next. And again, I was categorized by my family. You're crazy. What you're going to do? I said, I don't know. I don't know. Where you're going to work? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we started, I was teaching all the time. I was teaching, presenting Silva Method. I mean, I was always doing that. So this is something that kept me practicing Silva, and teaching Silva was really because you see not only your results, but you see other people's results.
Exactly.
And you always get a confirmation life works.
Mm-hmm. But and that's probably something what is driving us as an instructor as well, right? Because knowing the techniques and this know-how process is great for us. But I think that it's more even amazing to show this know-how process to others and seeing their results, like you mentioned. So I think that this is very powerful.
Mm-hmm. So in 2000, that was in 2001. And in 2003, I started a new business. Mm-hmm. I had a smaller business from 2001 to 2003. Then I started a bigger business, and it really grew up very, very, very nice. But then I said, okay, it's a huge business, water treatments, etc., sales again, working with people again. But I said that's not enough for me. So I took a decision to go out from the business, from that business, mm-hmm. in order to dedicate myself entirely to the Silva Method and to what I'm doing today. Actually, it's not only Silva Method; it's a part of everything.
Yes,
Silva Method, of course, but it's a part of everything.
Yes,
because after so many experience. And your experience and other people's experience, you start creating new things, helping the people. Because after 20 years, now 30 years of experience, you can teach others in sales and how to use their subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind and why it's so important in all the fields of our life. So this is how I started professionally coaching people, online, offline, live, etc. So, and I learned hypnosis, I learned past life regressions, because all of these are fantastic tools to help people to evolve. Because sometimes they're stuck, and when you're stuck in the middle of something, you don't have the ability to go out and to see, to go out of the box. See the different perspective. This is why I always I talked with a lot of friends from Western countries involved in personal development, and I found out that we all have the same habit is to go and to work with others, to be like not a patient, but to be a client to somebody else, because that person, like, I'm coming to you, Katarina, to coach me, because in my life, I cannot be all the time out of the box.
So true. Yes.
So, and this is something that helps you evolve and improve yourself. Mm-hmm. So this is when about 5 7 years ago, I took the final decision that
it's just
from
Silva.
Now on, just Silva, personal development, mental trainings, coaching, and helping people to evolve, to become better persons, better whatever they want.
And how great decision, Rajko, it was, because, I came across your profile so many times, and let's be honest, because, I really would like to compliment you here as well. You are very known in the personal area, especially in Romania. You are the author of so many courses, ebooks. Your name, your face is appearing also in let's call it media background. So, I really would like to emphasize this for people who are watching us right now and who will be watching us later on, because everything what you just told was so right in terms of making your decision in everything what you do right now. So that's beautiful story. I have to tell you that I'm very inspired. So maybe just let us please tell in details, few details, how everything looks like in Romania in terms of the Silva method, because I know that you have a team of instructor. I know that you are doing pretty well in terms of engagement to the classes. So if you can just basically let us know how everything looks like for people, who might be interested. We know that Silva Method program is available in so many countries around the world. And I always like to talk about, what is the difference between maybe, I don't know, States, Hungary, UK, Ireland, right? I think that is quite interesting for our viewers. So if you can just describe how it works for you in Romania.
Well, it's very interesting because, first of all, in Romania, you have a lot of offers, a lot of different courses, different subjects, from theta healing to really different and nice courses, really nice things to learn. First of all, but well, I was kind of pioneering everything in Romania because I started in '93, so it was like pioneering the personal development field, first of all. And maybe I didn't have at the beginning such a huge success, because it's not that I was not treating seriously Silva Method, but I didn't see the potential of a business in Silva Method. And I was still caught in the sales department, in fancy schmancy. But combining those two is really great. Combining sales with your mental attitude, with your subconscious mind, and it really gives great results. Especially because sometimes in sales, the work is pretty stressful. You have always deadlines, cancel. I don't know why it's deadline and it's not something else.
Exactly.
So in time, now we are a team of 3, 4, 5 instructors. I'm preparing other instructors for the next period. I hope that we're going to be much more, especially for kids. So as numbers, I don't know, every course I have personally, it goes from 40 to 70 people.
Super amazing results. Amazing.
The challenge, we started to work. I mean, I was really working pretty much to get people in the venue, and the pandemic came. So that was a really very, very big challenge for myself, because I was online, but I never thought of on teaching online courses. So as it's a pandemic, you don't know how long it's going to take. So I had again a glass of water.
And everything I think turned out.
Should I teach online or not? So basically, I think that we were probably the first country, because the first course was immediately in April. By the end of April, we shifted to online, and it was a great success. So we were working online. Now I had then in August, I had the Restart Camp, which was a live event, and I had 2 classes of Silva Method live in person, and then the pandemic came back, the third wave.
We had this, exactly.
We're on lockdown and we're online again. So basically, it's between 40 to 70 people every time.
Amazing.
I do a class.
And the team is growing, and you are leading people, so it's pretty amazing. And like you mentioned, there is a lot of different offers around the topic of Silva, but not necessarily of Silva, but personal development.
Personal development, yes. Which is great. I mean, it's great that people can choose. I tell them, okay, taste everything and see what food you like. Taste it, see what you are going to eat. So somebody's going to like Silva Method, somebody's going to like more. It's not about liking, but it's more like what fits to your needs, what fits to your mentality, what fits to your education, to your culture, to your religion, and a lot of it to yourself.
And you can choose then, exactly. So my next question is, I'm laughing a little bit, because it's everything what you just said, for me proved that it was your heart desire, that everything what you do is right. But according to you, why isn't so important, Rajko, to follow heart desire? I think that your story already told us, but if you can maybe tell us 3 key points, thinking about you and so many people that basically you came across during your journey, and you know their story, why is it important to follow heart desire?
Well, I think it's probably the most important thing, because you see, we're here on a purpose. We're not by chance on this planet. As I used to say when I teach here, I tell them that our purpose is not to retire from life, but our purpose is something else. And how can you find purpose? Is, well, you have to look for it, and usually you look in your heart. What do you love? What do you like to do? And it doesn't have to be your profession, but the idea is to give time to that and spend time in what you love doing. Because sometimes, people want, sometimes somebody's mission is to work, I don't know, as a volunteer Saturday and Sunday, as a volunteer. So not being paid, nothing, but helping somebody or somewhere. And this is something that fulfills his life. So I found that I love this job. That I communicate very well. That was a discovery. I was thinking, if you were asking Rajko at the age of 18 or 20, he was not seeing himself here. I was seeing myself somewhere else. The idea is that from time to time, just stop and ask your heart.
Exactly.
Do you like your life? Do you like what you're doing? Do you like what is happening with yourself? So if the answer is yes, that's great. But if the answer is no, well, you're not on your mission. You're not doing your purpose here. So I think that's one of the most important thing, is follow your heart. And I have a friend, he's a monk, he said, God, and then God will provide.
Yes. Yeah, that's so true.
Because as we grow older, we're seeking for security. When we want to make changes in life, we're kind of scared, and we want something, some facts. I drink a glass of water, I get the information, but how is it going to happen?
Yes.
Come on. This is the best part of your life. Take a decision and discover the path.
Yeah, I always like to say, Rajko, thank you so much for that how it really doesn't matter, but why is the point? Why I really want it, right? Because then this is at least what I'm experiencing, what I have been experiencing so far, that how would always show up on my way, right? Through discovery, like you said. So this is really great. But what I really like also what you said, that it's so important for us to stop. Because when I do think even about myself, like you even mentioned, thinking about myself, okay, what I'm going to do when I will be in my late 20. I was not sure. Well, I didn't even probably know that I would be involved with the Silva Method, because, my goal in terms of my profession was connected with the HR department, recruitment, training. I really want to be there. And I went there. But then being there after a few years, I was like, well, no, really, I love people, but then maybe it will be great to kind of discovering myself more in terms of working for myself. Then, family appears. I was like, yeah, it will be great to have more time for the kids. And this is exactly what I think we should do. And I'm using the word should on the purpose, because it's so important for us to stop, to think, right? Because maybe we should remodel something at some stage. And even when I do hear your story, this is exactly how it was. So
Yes, because you have point A and point B. But if life would tell you, or God, or your universe, however you want to call it, would tell you,
exactly.
oh, this is your point B, this is where you're going to get, right? You're going to become a great person in personal development. Then I would make different choices at the point A, and I would change completely my path, and probably I would get to another B point, but not in personal development.
Yep.
So I was, when I remember what I was thinking about myself, I was always seeing myself successful in something. Probably, mostly it was entrepreneurship. Have my own company and everything, which is a reality.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you, I never thought that I will teach personal development, or mental development, or mental exercises, mindfulness, meditation, and everything. I never saw myself in that field. But this year, for example, as a recognition for me, was the fact that I participated in Flow Summit, which is a big event by Unity. It's a German company, and it was an online event. So I presented my small half an hour speech,
Amazing.
along with Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Dalai Lama, and all the greatest names in the world.
Amazing. And I know personally that summit. So wow, huge congratulations. Sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, just to summarize everything, Rajko, what you said in terms of following heart desire. First things we know, is it necessary, even like you said, right? And you said this very, very strongly. It's important. Then during the journey, it's so important for us to stop, because we might want to remodel our reality.
Exactly.
That's the normal things. We are only human beings, and by discovering our potential, we might discover that, oh yeah, that was good for me at some stage, but now I really would like to do something more and fulfilling myself more. Exactly. So very, very important. I think that it's very two strong points. That's enough. So I'm going to come back now to our audience, guys, because I see here that you are popping up and joining us. So please introduce yourself, right? We still have the same people asking us this question, and I see that there is more of you here. Please make sure to introduce yourself. Let us know, why are you here? Why are you passionate about the Silva method? And please use Rajko today. By the end, we are going to have a Q&A session with him. So this is really, really important for you to put the question into the comment box, because without it, I wouldn't be able to ask any question to Rajko. So that's perfect. Very, very inspiring. But now, let's now think a little bit about our daily life, because you probably agree with me that we are now living in the society that's bombarding us, with so many different things, right? You can probably even think about yourself. When I do think about my childhood and teenager age, it was totally different, right? Now, when I do think about my son and how many things he's absorbing around, I was like, wow, that's huge. So how Rajko Kuzmanovic is taking self of himself every single day. Do you have some routine that that it's keeping you on track every single day? Because let's be honest, right? Our world is beautiful. We love it. It's full of beautiful energy, but it might be challenging. And last year showed us this. So what do you do? Maybe it's going to be very inspiring for us to taking care of yourself every single day.
Well, the first thing I do in the morning, when I wake up, is to rub my eyes before getting out of my bed, and to start expressing gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first thing with which how I start the day. Expressing gratitude, 5 minutes, not more. but also feeling gratitude. It's not a mechanical thing.
So true.
So I'm every morning I'm grateful. I'm grateful for probably the day I have at my disposition. At my disposal. I don't know. I don't know. It's not guaranteed, but I have it. I consider I have it. I open my eyes. Here's the new day. I don't know if I'm gonna make it till the end, but I assume I will.
Mm-hmm.
With what I start. Then I'm grateful for all different things. I'm grateful for my son. He's alive. He's healthy. I'm grateful for my mother that she's alive and healthy, etc., etc. So just basic things. You don't have to be grateful. I don't. I won the lottery, and if I'm not, if I didn't win a lottery, I don't have. No, we have. I mean, not we don't have to be grateful for anything. You don't have to be grateful for anything. But the idea is to acknowledge all those
Mm-hmm.
little things in our life, because all those little things in our life, when you put them together, they create our life, our life story, our reality.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first thing I do. Then I wake up, I go out of my bed, I take my shower, and after that, I do my meditation. Uh, During the day, I uh, I try to squeeze a short meditation during the day, because sometimes even half an hour is, you have half an hour for lunch and that's it, and then you have to go back with clients or online
True.
work and everything. So I try to squeeze a small meditation during the day,
Mm-hmm.
a little break, uh, and in the evening when I come back home, I review my day.
Mm-hmm.
I review my day and I pick up. So I do my meditation, my evening meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and before falling asleep, I pick up some moments during the day which were really interesting, nice. They don't have to be great, you see, but if somebody smiled at you, or I don't know, somebody gave you a compliment, or somebody acknowledged, oh, thanks a lot, it really means a lot to me what you said, or whatever, simple
Yeah.
things.
Simple things,
somebody
exactly.
somebody opened you the door.
Mm-hmm.
Simple things. Just finish the day with nice things, or if you can't find anything nice during the day, fall asleep projecting the day of tomorrow being great. But never go to sleep with problems,
Amazing.
with stress. I mean, avoid that as much as possible, and you avoided it by thinking on and living. Okay, tomorrow is a new day, so I finished the day today. Can I do anything for it today? Nothing else. So it's past. Okay, so I can build only my future. How do I build my future? By creating it right now, and fall asleep with that creation, and you will see the difference.
Ah, beautiful. I love it. I love it. And yeah, I
It's
actually
not a
do.
guarantee that you're gonna have a
Of
great day
course.
tomorrow. We always have challenges. Challenges
Yes.
are really part of our life. But the idea is that if you're gonna get stuck in the challenge, or you're gonna understand that the challenge is actually giving you energy to improve and to get to the next success.
So true. And this is what I wanted to tell, that, yeah, sometimes, these obstacles are appearing because they are guiding us to better life, to better health, to everything. Exactly like you said. So it's so powerful.
Mhm.
Yes, so amazing routine. I love it. I even put it for myself as a bullet point just to see if everything what I do it's similar. But I have to tell you that we both do have very similar routine, and I'm so glad that you mentioned gratitude, because wow, being grateful is just very high vibration, by the way, right? So, and it's really all about us to be and that energy level to attract also more things. So I'm super glad that you mentioned this. All right, and then we will probably move to the question soon, Rajko, but I really wanted to ask you about your fulfilling success stories in terms of Silva Method. You've already mentioned, I think, three, four. You mentioned everything exactly, because let me recap this, right? First of all, wow, teenager is deciding to, do the course and then moving to the country and starting the career, very successful career with using the Silva Method tools. Then you are the guy, from Serbia who is leading the team of Silva instructors in Romania. Then you are telling us that, wow, this year you've been on the stage, online stage, with such an amazing name that, wow, chapeau bas, we like to say it in Poland. So congratulations, it's amazing. So there is few success story that you already mentioned. Would you like to add something else, or you think that we can move to our Q&A session? It's up to you, because if you have something, or maybe if you would like to share something that will be confidential but coming from your class in terms of your students, just to give us a little bit more inspiration, that would be nice.
We managed about 7 years ago to put them in written and to make a selection of our students' successes, and we have a book of successes, a Romanian book of successes.
Wow!
So we have hundreds of successes just in that book.
So it's hard probably to think about one.
Yeah. And it's full with beautiful stories, real stories. I mean, from people doing really incredible things. I mean, in terms of personal relations, in terms of even in, I don't know. I have a lady. She changed her eye colors.
Wow!
Yeah.
Didn't have this kind of story in my class, but obviously I do have many successful
health issues, business wise. I mean, a lot of story. Or lack of ideas and just
like
dream control, and there's the message.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
well, if you have a book, we can just think about how many amazing stories are just coming from Romania and how many countries we do have. Even if I do think about my classes and, the stories are amazing. Even if I do think about myself, it's still great. So I think that we can end it up, this main session that I prepared for you, Rajko. Thank you so much. Oh gosh, I was not even expected that you are going, to put for me and for our audience, wow, such a huge inspiration. But now it's a time for the question, guys. So you are more than welcome to jump into the comment box. But I do have some questions from the beginning of our conversation that I was writing down, Rajko. The first one that was coming up quite often was with the connection to how to become a magnificent manifester. Again, your tips, two tips that you can just suggest. I know that it's so hard to explain in 2 minutes because we are providing Silva courses to teach people to do this. Exactly. But at least if you can just, give some suggestions, some tiny tips of from which place it's good for us to start.
Start from your dreams.
Wow.
Catch up if you are lost. Go back into your childhood and catch your dream, because every kid had a dream about something. Never mind. I mean, maybe it was to be a fireman or a policeman or whatever, but go back to that period and start dreaming again. Turn on your internal drive and then follow your dream. I had a dream of being great, but not magnificent or great. But this is very important. What do you mean by that? Do you mean by how many times you're going to appear, how many likes or followers you're going to have on Facebook? Or in terms when you look in the mirror and you say, you're great, you're doing great.
Wow. Oh,
So
that's amazing.
so those are two different way of measuring magnificence or gratefulness. And I'm not the one who's chasing likes, or I don't know if I'm gonna appear on Oprah or whatever.
Of
Maybe
course.
one day, but that's not my target. That's not my idea of being magnificent.
Yes.
But the idea to go after my dream, and actually I'm living my dream with challenges, always challenges. I mean, nothing is smooth in life. But the beauty is that you know that after you get a challenge, then after that, you have a success. And then a new challenge, a new success. And that's how it works.
Beautiful. And you have a compliment. Nice. Thank you so much. And this powerful words that you started with, start from your dreams. I think that it covers everything. So Rajko, thank you so much for that. It's really, really amazing. Oh, and we have a people from Netherlands also joining us right now. Beautiful, guys. There is a moment for the question, guys, right now. So please do this. Yeah. I have this question now from you, Piyush. So, there is a person who would like to kind of maybe figure it out. So we know that we do have a techniques that might be very helpful, and how the person can move from one place and, for example, start his or her consulting business. That's a very direct question. So I think, if you don't mind, Rajko, before you will answer, I think that your story is the answer as well. Exactly your story, right? So maybe that might be the answer. But if you would like to add something, the
Well,
question is really all about how I can move even to Ireland, for example, to start my consulting business. That's actually the question.
well, first thing is that one of my dreams in the big dream was to start teaching internationally. And 2 years ago, I was invited to the States to teach Silva Method, the Ultra course. So I didn't have to move to the States to live there, but I got there to teach. So
Yes.
where do you live today in 2021? It's not really, I think that it's not really that important.
Yeah.
Maybe it's important in terms of connection, being somewhere in a city close to an airport. But this period is telling us that we have the online thing, and you can coach online with the same, almost not always, but almost same success as one-to-one. Because one of the beauty of this online life, it's a life, is that I'm having on my courses people from United States, from Canada.
Exactly.
They wake up, or they don't even go to bed, because we start in the morning, and it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the evening there.
Yes.
So this is the beauty, that I don't have to move, but I love moving.
Yes.
So changing the place where you live, I think it requires to question yourself what is the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not for your business, but for yourself. Because if you are okay, your business is going to do okay. If you're not okay, your business is not going to go. This is what I discovered in these 30 years, that if you are an entrepreneur and you have a smaller business where you're the head, you are the decision maker. So you don't have the idea is that you don't have a board of directors, etc., etc. That's already a dimension of a business. But when you're at this level of business, your business is influenced directly through your state. How do you feel about yourself, or what are the challenges that you have at home? They're going to reflect in your business. So the idea is to check if for yourself is okay to move wherever you want to move. So I used my glass of water. You can use whatever intuitive technique and you can rely on her. I don't know. I have friends,
Amazing.
they use tarot cards, or different techniques that they enhance intuition.
Yes.
And I think that intuition is uh, the best tool we have to take a decision. However, do not expect from intuition to tell you why and when you should move.
Amazing. Wow. There is new comments. I will be reading, guys, new comments, but I just would like to come back to the question of Sergio, because we can probably answer together, Rajko. What is the best way for me to learn the Silva method? Well, there is few options, obviously. You know, now with this technology move, it's really up to you, you know, to which course you decided to join, because there is so many instructors available even online. So it's really up to you. But if I can share with you my story, Sergio, my story started from this book. My story started with this book almost 11 years ago. And funny things is that it started on my honeymoon. I took this book with myself. You know, my husband said to me, like, Rajko, your family said to you, are you crazy? We are going, you know, for honeymoon. It's not really a time for reading a book. We are going to kissing each other, hugging each other. I was like, wait. I have a feeling that, you know, it's good for me to take this book. And this is how my story started, right? So I would say, Sergio, you may start first of all from the book, but I would say that if you really would like to understand deep down the tools and the technique, probably the best way would be to invest in yourself and jump into some course. How many courses are there? Just to follow that. Two basics ones are called Silva Life System and Silva Intuition System. And like, for example, you heard Rajko, he has a license to use, I would say, other courses. In terms of myself, I am only teaching Silva Life System and the Silva Intuition System at this moment. I don't know, it might change, but this is really all about that. Okay, in terms of Zoom, guys, yes, I will tell you about the Zoom probably through newsletter, because I presume that, Piyush, your question is with regards to the Silva Club. So it's the best way to you to join Silva Method Island newsletter. It's silvamethod.ie, and this is the place when you can join. And then, you know, I'm kind of keep you updated in terms of the Zoom and the Silva Club courses. That's fine. Okay, what else we have here? Yeah, people just are welcoming you here. Okay, setup. Okay, drink water is in the, yeah, the technique, the drink glass of water technique, it is during the Silva Life System class. So guys, we do teach you this technique, so this is what you know. People are thanking you, very inspiring story, Rajko. What I also put it here, yeah, you got the, you gave the answer in terms of career. You gave the answer in terms of becoming magnificent manifester. So guys, anything else before we will let Rajko go, because there is actually an hour. But if you would like to ask something else, I'm just going to get back to the chat, because maybe I missed something. But if not, please make sure to write your question. Yes, SAP is asking us to describe the blue mirror technique. We are not really going to do this, Rajko, if you don't mind, because, you know, this is what we do teach in the Silva Method SAP. So we cannot really, you know, to explain you here how everything works, because we do classes about that. So
Exactly.
apologies.
The idea is, you know, you're the most important person in your life. I meet many people telling me, you know, when I ask them who is most important in your life, and they tell me my children or my husband or whatever, and really a very few people tells me myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, you're the most important person in your life, and you're worth investing. And I know it may sound expensive, because, for example, in the States, the 4-day course is about 1,200 or 400 US dollars. But it's one-time life investment, because after that, you can review the course as many times you want, everywhere in the world
So
by
true.
paying just a small fee,
Hmm.
very, very small fee. It depends on the country. So I have a lot of people doing courses with me. They live in the States and they review in the States because of the hours, because it's pretty it's pretty tough to wake up at 1 o'clock or 2
Of
o'clock in the
course, it's
morning.
really all about the time zones then, of course,
So,
yes.
of course, the best way to do this course, my opinion, it's my personal opinion, it's live in a venue because you interact with other people. There is the energy and everything.
Yes, that's so
Second,
true.
second way, it's online, and third way is reading books, but books will not answer you,
True.
and we cannot describe in a book so many techniques. We have so many techniques that I think that some of the techniques would need many books to be described on how to
Mhm.
use them, where to use them, when to use
Yes.
them, etc. And this is actually participating to a live event. In 2 days, you get an experience of 22 years of research, practical research. So I think that you're receiving or much more than you're paying. And this is what I said when I finished my course and I was a student, that now I would pay 3 or 4 times more if they would ask me.
So
The
true.
interesting thing why I stayed in the Silva method, it's because of the techniques, because of the science behind, and because after that nobody asked me anything. They just told me, congratulations, goodbye.
Yeah, and so important, and we are qualified, right? We are qualified to teach people step by step how everything works, to give them that better understanding. So this is really, really powerful. Just yeah, they well said, they say, Raiko, well said. So thank you so much. So guys, last 5 minutes, if you would like to ask Raiko something, and then Raiko, for me personally, I got so many aha moments from you today. See, it's always great to see and meet the other view of person who does the same, job.
Exactly.
But if I can ask you to leave us today with some very inspired words, what would what kind of words will be coming out from your mouth to inspire you, to live better and better life, because this is what we are saying in the Silva method, better and better, right? Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. So I will leave guys 5 minutes to write a question. If they would love to ask you some questions,
Of course.
repeaters or people who will be watching reply, please make sure to also comment just underneath this video, because I will ask Raito to coming back, at least during the next week to answer your question. But now, before we finish, please leave us with some beautiful words in terms of having better life, businesses, relationship, health, everything what we desire to have.
It's never too late to make a great change in your life. So if you live your last day with purpose of your life, all the years, they were worth it. Trust me, because I've seen so many people coming to my class at 75, at 80 years, and the other were asking them, what are you looking here? Why did you came? And they said, because I want something better for myself. So, we are taught that, you grow older and then things become too late. Nature does not know too late. And we are natural human beings. So there is no too late for us as human beings. Maybe as member of a society, but in different societies, rules are different. So don't don't think too much. Do not overthink. Just take action. It's never, never, never too late.
Ah, that's so beautiful. And Marivia just said, I love Silva method and I study many methods. So that's amazing conclusion. Thank you so much, Maria, for that. Rajko, it was my huge pleasure to have you here on this channel. Like for some reason, I had the feeling that, wow, many people will be inspiring by your story. So I'm going to share this video everywhere to listen your story and these powerful messages that you share with us today. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything what you do. Please do inspire more people, because it's just amazing to spread the knowledge and this know-how process for everyone who need it. I think that this is really, really important. So thank you so much one more time. And guys,
Thanks, everybody.
you are very welcome. Yeah.
Thanks for your invitation. And I'm really looking forward to coming to Ireland.
Oh, yes, please do. Yeah, please do. And
you never know.
You never know. And exactly, we will see right now what's going on. But a restriction, at least in Ireland, they are kind of, putting them down. So who knows, maybe it will be better. But yes, and if you are planning to do so, please make sure to choose some spring, summer area, because it's really beautiful.
Make a small laugh about everything. They're calling now, this is the big relaxation. I was relaxed even before that.
Who knows?
Relaxation.
Exactly.
But we do not need a pandemic to learn what is relaxation.
That's a good joke.
Okay,
and I heard
it was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your questions. I hope that you will get the best of it from this interview and from my experience.
Exactly. And also, please do watch Rajko English website, as I know it will be coming up soon. And guys, for everyone who is here and you are planning to join one of my courses, check out the website, because summer edition is coming. It's happening in July, because I just finished the spring edition 2 weeks ago. So it's done for the moment. So please follow the website. Everything is there. And I really hope that I'm going to see many of you out there. Excellent session. Thank you so much, Rajko. Thank you so much. Well said. Beautiful inspiration. So, wow. Thank you so much. So, guys, take care. And yes, and we will see you soon. And next month, I'm going to have another person. And I do hope that this person is going to give us at least the same inspiration like Rajko did for us today. So, thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.